What's up, people? You are back to IT. Today I'm going to show you Python functions. I'm going to just show you a couple of examples of how to write a function. Functions are basically a block of code that we use or reuse throughout a program. And the functions carry out a specific job. There's an organized block of code. And let's say there's a particular task that you need performed several times throughout your program. You can call this function with a small line of code, and it will actually process the entire block of code that you defined as your function. So let's start right here. And to define a function, you're going to put def, that's defining the function. Next, you want to place the function's name. It could be anything. I'm just going to type greet. Excuse me if I can type today. Greet user. Next, the parameter goes here. What do you want to ask for as far as your particular function? It doesn't always have to have a parameter, but here we're going to ask for a username. And don't forget the semicolon after that. That is very important. Your function will not work without it. Okay, and we're going to type a doc string. This is a doc string, just basically explaining what our function does. We'll say display a simple greeting. And that's just a quick note to let you know, if you were just looking through the code really quick, what this particular function is. Because once you get to type in a lot of code, you just want to get to the point that if you're going through different programs, you just want something to just let you know what it is, so you can go ahead and move on. So we're going to just print. We're going to print hello, comma. So whatever you want to, state, you always put it in parentheses. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to add username here. Username. If you notice, I don't know if you can tell, but if you notice here, the username is the same color as the username above. And I'm using VS Code. So if you have an editor like VS Code, this program allows you to, kind of be able to tell if everything is right while you're actually typing the code. So we know it's correct because it's referring to it in the same color as the username, so we know that we're on the right track. Okay, then plus, and right here, and we're done. So hello, and it's going to add the username. This is what we want. Now, are we done? No, we have to call the function. When I first learned functions, I thought I was done, but we have to call the function. And this is just explaining what we want the function to do. Now we call the function, username, and let's put my name here, Val, as number 1. Okay, we can greet user, and let's call my friend named Doug, and greet user. I'm going to call my sister name. Okay, so I have 3 functions. I have 3 calls for functions. So throughout the code, if I needed to call this function, I would just have to type a single line of code, this single line here, to display the results, the information that I want to display. Let's see. And I don't know if my editor is showing it well here. And here it is. Hello, Val. Hello, Doug. Hello, Sharonda. That is a function, and that's a single argument function. I'm going to show you one more variation, and it's going to be a positional argument. Positional argument means that the position that we assign the parameters make a difference. So we're going to call this one pet description, and we'll just do pet DESC. We'll leave it just like that. And we're going to put animal and name. Like I said, don't forget your semicolon, your doc strings, just to let you know really quick what that function is. Type whatever you want to type in there. There's no specific rules to what you put in your doc string. Okay, we're going to do print. Now I'm going to move to another line. That's where you see the /n, backward /n. That moves us to another line. I have and everything you want to state flat out, to actually state, you put in quotations. Next, I'm going to put animal, and I'll put my punctuation there and the end. Okay, so as you can see here, animal is blue, indicating that I typed it correctly because it's the parameters. The parameter color is blue. So let me type one more line here, just to keep it simple. Okay, I'll say its name is, and then we'll put name. Again, punctuation, there we go. Are we done? Of course not. We haven't called the function. And you want to make sure you get into the habit of doing that, because when I first started learning functions, I was not calling the functions. And I'm wondering, like, why is the function not processing? Why is it not actually carrying out the block of code? So we'll do describe. Well, no, we called it pet description. Okay, so since this is a positional argument, what we place, the order of what we place in the parentheses make a difference. Okay, so let's say dog, and your dog name is Roscoe. I'm sure somebody out there got a dog named Roscoe. We're gonna do this again, and we'll say let's say you got a parrot, and your parrot name is Shirley. Somebody really, I'm sure somebody got a parrot named Shirley out there. Okay, so we have both calls to this function. It's important that you know, before you even process your code, you know what the output is going to be. So the output should give me 4 lines in the results. Let's see what happens. And if you see down here, it says, I have a dog. Its name is Roscoe. I have a parrot. Its name is Shirley. If you're wondering why it printed 4 lines, just come back up here and see how I assigned the animal type and name as dog and Roscoe. But there's 2 lines for the same per, there's 2 lines to process per call that I made. Okay, one is addressing the animal and one is addressing the name. So I have a dog, its name is Roscoe. I have a parrot, its name is Shirley. So that's why you got those lines. And that is a function. All right, till next time, peace.